How's it going, everyone? Ayo here, bringing you guys another Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and today we are going up against Android 18, and we are going to be battling under the PU tier. As for my opponent's team, we got Lumineon, Malga, Trevenant, Weezing, Pyroar, and Mr. Mime. So I'm actually going to go ahead and lead off with my Lantern, and let's see what our opponent's going to go ahead and lead off with. As my Lantern goes out, my opponent will be leading off with Aqualight, which is his Lumineon. So here, as expected, obviously go for an electric type move, but I was expecting him to switch, so I ended up going for the neutral hit towards his team, which was Ice Beam. I know he does have Pyro in the back, but I was expecting Trevenant to come out, as he is going to switch out, but U-turn. He's going to U-turn out into Mr. Mime. And here I was debating whether I should stay in, because I do know Mr. Mime does have somewhat an okay special defense, because he could have also gone for the light screen, which would have also boosted his defense. So I ended up switching out into my Semi-Sage, as he is going to go for the Magical Leaf, which would have been some damage onto the Lantern by the looks of that damage onto the Semi-Sage. So I ended up going for the knockoff here, knocking off the Expert Belt. I am Life Orb Semi-Sage. I was assuming he was going to switch out, expecting me to have Gunk Shot, but we are going to get Hidden Power to the face. It was either Hidden Power Fire or Ice. As I'm going to go ahead and bring out my Alolan Persian. By the looks of that damage onto the Mr. Mime, Foul Play should be enough to pick up the KO here. As we do pick up the KO on the Mr. Mime, which is good. So incoming Amalga. Now I didn't want to deal with the Nuzzle Parahacks shenanigans. I still feel like I needed Persian in the long run, so I'm going to actually go ahead and expect the electric move and switch into my Lantern, as we do have the Volt Absorb ability on the Lantern. So we're going to go ahead and get our free switch in and some HP recovery there, as him switching out tells me that he has nothing for my Lantern. So once again, I'm going to go for the Ice Beam for that neutral damage, but he ends up bringing in Trevenant, which is going to be super effective. Should be Citrus Harvest, but by the looks of that damage, it should be enough to KO. After another Ice Beam should be enough, even with the Citrus Berry. So I ended up staying in since I am Timid Nature, and we're going to go for the Ice Beam, and I am Specs Lantern as well. So Ice Beam to the Trevenant, enough to pick up the KO. Down it goes. Coming in, we got Weezing. Now I didn't want to stay in with my Lantern because I know Weezing would be able to tank Ice Beam, and I didn't want to get Sludge Bomb into Poison Hacks, so I ended up swapping in my Golem. Now I'm totally okay with losing Golem here, so I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Stealth Rocks, put some pressure onto my opponents. I'm totally fine with being Will-O-Wisp, as it is going to connect onto the Golem. Now I couldn't stay in on the Weezing with Golem since I am burned, and I only had Rock Blast and Sucker Punch as my attack. We are going to take some burn damage there, so I ended up switching out here, as I do believe my opponent also does, as he is going to and bringing in his Aqualight, as he also will be taking Stealth Rock damage. So yeah, I ended up switching out my Golem into the Zangoose Toxic Orb with the Facade. So definitely going to pick up some sweeps here, as he is going to gain some leftovers recovery. I'm going to go ahead and get poisoned by my Toxic Orb, as I do believe, yeah, I should be faster. So I'm going to go for the Facade, pick up the KO onto the Aqualight. Down it goes, as we are going to be taking that poison damage. Coming in, we got Amalga. Now I do know he is faster than my Zangoose, so it was very smart on his play to bring out Amalga, as he could have gone for the Air Slash Flinch hacks, as I would also be taking poison damage. But unfortunately, RNG is not on his side, so we're going to go for the Facade and pick up the KO. Down goes the Amalga. More poison damage. It's worth the power on the Zangoose. Coming in, we got Pyroar. Now I do believe Pyroar is faster than us, but I'm gonna go ahead and actually stay in, Since we do have the upper hand, Pyroar is going to be taking that stealth rock damage, very useful on our part. So Hyper Voice to Zangoose going down. I mean, I could have also expected the Hyper Voice and swapped into my Sableye, and we do see that Pyroar is Life Orb. So I'm going to go ahead and bring out my Sableye, try to get rid of this Life Orb, as we do have some Spadef investment. I wasn't expecting him to go for Noble Roar. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the knockoff, get rid of the Life Orb. It's going to be some okay damage there. And we will be removing the Life Orb. So for some reason I ended up going for the taunt here, and he ended up going for Noble Roar, which was, I guess, an okay play. But I ended up switching out into my Lantern, expecting another Flamethrower, or expecting the Flamethrower, as we will be able to take that somewhat pretty well. Okay, we took that alright. Coming into Hyper Voice, I was like, wait, Flamethrower did a good amount of damage onto my Lantern, but we will be able to live at 53. Going for the Scald, just enough to pick up the KO by the looks. Well, not even by the looks, I don't know, it just looked like it kind of like slowed down there on the HP. I totally forgot it was choice specs, but at this point, I know I did say previously I didn't want to get I didn't want to get Sludge Bomb and Poison on the Lantern, but it's his last mon, so either Sludge Bomb takes us down, or we're gonna go down to the Poison. But down goes my Lantern to the Sludge Bomb, as Weezing is going to get some recovery on that Black Sludge. Here I don't know why I ended up switching out into Sableye. I do know that I wanted to go for the knockoff just to knock off the Black Sludge, but once again I wasn't expecting the Pain Split, because I do believe Pain Split is banned on, well, under the PU tier. As I'm going to go ahead and knock off the Black Sludge and gain some leftovers recovery, and expecting the Pain Split once again, I ended up going for the taunt just so I wouldn't have to deal with the whole stally. I mean, yeah, I'm stalling now, but it's just how the battle went. I don't know why I just didn't end up switching, but going for the Will-O-Wisp just to add some more damage. He won't be getting any recovery from the Black Sludge, so Burn knockoff is going to be doing some damage there, as he's going to go for the Flamethrower. We are Spadef Sableye, so we will be taking that very well, as we will be getting more recovery from our leftovers. Yeah, I could have just actually swapped out into whatever other Pokemon I had in the bag. Well, I did have Golem in the bag. I just forgot which was my last mon I had in the bag. So I ended up going for Detect. Once again, it was me just being stoops, just stalling, getting some more lefties. Just stacking the burn, I guess. Okay, so taunt wears off, so I'm just like, okay, he's in a Pain Split, so I'm gonna have to taunt again, as he does go for the Pain Split, trying to save his Weezing. Some more burn damage, as now I do believe knockoff with burn should be enough to pick up the KO here. Knockoff, and by the looks of that, burn nerf, it's not going to be enough. The burn won't be able to take it down until the next knockoff. Alright, so here we go. Should be the last turn here, as my opponent's going to go for his last Flamethrower, as I'm going to go ahead and go for the knockoff and pick up the KO on the Weezing. Yeah, I'm so sorry for stalling on that last one. I should have just switched out. But that is GG to my opponent. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys would like to join my Discord, get some battles in, some trades with other trainers, link will be in the description to Discord. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a great night. Have a great day, wherever you're watching this from. Peace out.